Alright. What's the squad? I guess that's how I'm introing this. I don't know. I've been thinking about that recently, how I intro these things, and I've been like, Squid-Squad? I don't know. Is that like, do I want to keep going with that? I guess so. I guess we will. But, you know, just was thinking about that recently. Like, I feel like my channel's not very Splatoon focused anymore or whatever, so it kind of feels like that. But I think that's the best I have for a sort of greeting thing. I don't know. I don't know if I really need to give you guys like a name though. It's kind of, yeah. But I can't just be like, "What's up, guys?" I feel like that's too common. I don't know what she was talking about. Anyway, this is just gonna be another one of those chill videos where I like talk about things for like an hour, kind of like the first video we had on this channel. We're coming back onto this channel. Yeah. My phone ring. Whoa. Yes, I am playing as a girl in Animal Crossing. Don't worry about it, okay? Does not need to be addressed further than that. Hello, Stimmy. Oh. Okay, yeah. So, actually, last time, I actually tried to make another recording on this, and I just wasn't in the mood for it. So it didn't really work out. So we're kind of doing this again. The good thing about that time was there's a lot of comments in the sky or shooting stars and stuff, and so I'm hoping I can still get those. I didn't come back the day after. Does it have to be the day after that you come back to collect all those shooting star fragments? Because so that sucks. I think I read that somewhere. That sucks. Okay, it's looking like that might have been the case. That sucks, dude. Why the frick is that the case? Anyway, I'm upset about that now. But yeah, we're just here to kind of talk and chat in Animal Crossing. So that's fun and all. So, I mean, first off, I guess I'll do a little tour of my island. I would do like the normal chores that I have for this game or whatever. I think I don't. I know I have this stuff. I don't really need it. I won't. I would do the normal chores that I have, like collect all these shoots, sell them, or whatever, and all that. Get all the fossils, get the money rock, and all that. I don't think I really care about that right now. We're just here to talk. Maybe I'll do fishing, maybe I'll just find a spot to chat. But we will do a little tour. Let me put a lot of this stuff in storage. I think that's good. Yeah. Anyway, we'll start with our home. This is the first room. Just a kind of nice, open sort of living area, I guess. It is very open, I'm realizing now. But yeah, there's like a little dining area here sort of thing, I guess. I don't know, I made this a while ago. Get out of my house! I don't want surprise visits. I hate this. This mechanic sucks. I'm going to leave to make sure he leaves. Oh yeah, totally cool if you come in, man. Oh yeah, I'm headed out. Okay, see ya. Hey, no worries, man. I think it only happens once, though. There's this bed I have. It's kind of cool. Mostly just because it's a Pokemon pillow. Which is one of those custom design things or whatever. Don't know who made it. The walls are cool, too. We got some cool things on the ceiling. That's all that. But let me show you to my favorite room in the house next. Not much going on there in that first room. This one, though. This one I put a lot of time into. Look at this thing. Look at this place. Filled to the brim with gyroids. Dancing, prancing, playing along in their little garage band they have over here. So yeah, it's just a storage room. But I put all of my gyroids here. As many as I can fit until it was like... Until it started to look like it was too many. I think I have one under the... Yeah, I have one under the xylophone over there. But I didn't want to put any in like a spot where you couldn't see them. That being said, I see one that's right behind there. But he kind of fits there. It's kind of like a perfect spot. It kind of looks like he's on the shelf still. Anyway. And there's also Brewster. Brewster has his thing here. And yeah, they're jamming. I wonder if there's another song that would do better here. A KK Ragtime's so good for this, though. Yeah, that's fair. I can't beat it. The vibes are just immaculate. So yeah. We shall go check out the other 2 rooms, other free rooms. I don't have the basement. I don't really care to pay off my loans. It's just a lot, and I don't care that much. I do it a little, but also I don't play this game a lot. So there's kind of that issue as well. I get into it every once in a while for like a couple days, a couple weeks maybe. But I haven't gone back into like long term or whatever, right? I'm kind of happy with where my island is too, is kind of the issue. I don't really see much need for improvement. There's like a couple more knickknacks I can put around the islands and stuff. There's a bit of empty spots here and here. This room. Oh, I didn't talk about the last room. That was my bedroom, guys. This room is just kind of like a... It's just funny. Just kind of a desert road area. And I guess the idea is that it's like a production set, so I put like a lamp here or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of just an odd room. Kind of nothing more to it than that. I wonder if I should go back into the bedroom to show you guys it again and actually talk about it, but there's not much there. Just a nice, quaint little bedroom. Not bathroom. I do have a bathroom, though. It's up here. As you can see, the right side, bathroom. These little screens acting as privacy curtains or whatever. Kind of the best you can do without Happy Home Paradise, you know? Our bath. Got the sinks. All constantly running because we are in a drought and I don't give a crap. No, I'm kidding. Movie theater area too. Just like kind of a bunch of rows of sofas and all that. And just kind of like a sleepover sort of thing happening here, I guess. So there's all that cool stuff. And that is my house tour. Thank you guys so much for coming to MTV Cribs. Now get out of here. Get out of here. What the heck are you doing? Anyway, this already has such a different vibe from the first one I did. The first talking and whatever bit I did. So as you can see, there's a couple other people, because obviously my family also plays on the Switch, so there's a couple other houses here. As you can see, they don't play this game at all. But I guess we've all relegated ourselves to this little area of the world. We should have this path. This path should connect up. Oh well, that might be something to look into though. There's a couple. These are like our starter villagers that are hanging out here. They just chilling. I believe it's Rocket and Stinky. Why is it one of them called Stinky? That sucks. You see me? I was a ghost for the last 4 months. Blah, blah, blah. I don't care. No way to trigger snack, buddy. I saw someone... Are you thinking of moving? You better not. No. You're my favorite. Don't leave. Cool. Thanks for caring. Yay! You're literally my favorite villager. Please do not leave. You're like second favorite. 4 months, whatever. Been around. You've been playing while I was sleeping. It has not been that long. I just haven't talked. I didn't talk to everyone last time. So there's that. Like if you talk to Rocket right now, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you're here like last month." Maybe not a month. I've been busy. Anyway, I forgot. We're doing tour. Tour. Here's the entrance. We just got balloon gates for 2022 and 2021. Good years. The only years that mattered though, so we don't need to worry about the other ones. I guess I'll clean up a little while I'm here. Again though, not gonna go for Money Rock or any of that stuff. Here's Able Sisters, as you just saw. There's some changing stuff here. Wardrobe. Then also a mirror, if I want to change up while I'm over here. Porta potty. And then just like a cool secret gaming area. I don't know. Felt cool. It is cool. So, there's that. In any case, here we've got this like little lake here, and so this kind of area kind of revolves around that lake, more or less. I'm here. I might as well get these fossils. I know I said I wasn't gonna do the chores stuff, but we're here. Whatever. But yeah, there was like a natural lake here. I changed it up a little, but like for the most part, I just kind of left it there, and then built up little community around it. As you can see from the map, hold on, how can I show the map? No! I hate that. I hate how easy it is to remove the pattern. No. Guys, I hate this. Okay, there we go. Custom designs. Which one is it? There it is. Okay. Map. You can see from the map here, we have kind of the residential stuff all centralized in the middle, and then kind of the outskirts is just villagers, right? Yeah. And that's kind of where it's at, you know? Yeah, there's nothing more I wanted to say about that. It's just kind of how I decided to organize my island. But yeah, here are some cool little houses here. Ooh, money tree. I mean, I can't pass up a money tree. I mean, we'll do a couple of quick things. All right. But yeah, here's the community. Nice little fishing spot here. And then 2 little houses kind of sitting next to it. These are obviously the ones that the game tells you, oh, you got to give it furniture in front of it, right? So I did that, and they're placed there. This was probably some of the best decorated ones, I'd say. I think this one was also one of the ones like that. Anyway, yeah, we come up here. We have this sort of little area. There's just going to be some fake art around. There's some at the museum, too. I kind of wanted there to be a big display at the beginning of the museum. So there's like a lot of fake art there at the front. So that's kind of something. And yeah. And then here is how we get up to our campsite. Yeah. Oh, Celeste. How are you always here when I'm recording? Last time I tried to record this, you were also here. I'd like you to have it. Cool. Thanks, Celeste. Alright. Lunar surface, huh? That seems interesting. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Or at all, really. I'll notice it in a couple years from now. And, yeah. So here's this kind of bit of a tucked away area. I don't really know what I'm doing with this area, I feel like. Originally, this area was just this fire pits with a bunch of gasoline around it. But then I put this campsite here, and now it feels like... Okay, what's happening? Is it a nice little campsite, or is it arson? You know, I just don't know anymore. There's not much on the beaches. There's a couple little things, but we're not going to worry about that right now. We have another little house over here. Very nice. I should put like a vine here, because I go down this way quite often, actually. Anyway. Vending machine. Very crucial that we point that out. Oh, hey, Fauna. I was barely talking to a friend. I stopped for a chat. Yeah, who didn't know from never... Note, Spanish from face. Story characters pass the secret messages they put inside the book. So this caught my attention. It sounds silly now, but I'm disappointed that all I found was someone's to-do list. Anyway. Here's another area. You see the sort of path kind of changes. It kind of changes throughout. Like here's this path over here. There's another path on the other island that we were just at. This area kind of has like more of a dockyard feel. That's what I was going for. I like this area quite a bit. We've got a lot of like infrastructure here, I guess. I don't know. Then there's this. There's a couple little things up here. Here, I'll just let you peek at it. See, there's like a little abandoned bus stop, and then I put these trees up there. Couldn't really think of what to do with them, I feel like. Yeah. There's some bamboo here too. Homeless people. Yeah, they're here too. Look. Look, they won't let me put another house on the island, so I had to make do and get them on the island however we could, you know? I don't know, not ideal. Anyway, back to the houses. Do one last thing here. This is an area I've been trying to make. It's kind of a little carnival area. We're working on it. That's one of the things I need to work on still. And yeah, there is still stuff to work on, but like it's just not... No, I have other things to do right now. I don't know. Anyway, that is our tour. Let us go and have the chat now. The chit chat. I think I'm gonna go to the roost. We'll just chill in there and have a cup of coffee. Something which I do not drink. But Animal Crossing me, heck yeah. No. Animal Crossing me can't get enough of that stuff. So anyway, yeah, here we are. Time for the chatting time. Yay. Oh, hey, Nick. What's your... Yeah, kicks. I was a letter off. Taking a breather, eh? Yes, I am. We will chill here. 200 a cup. Yep. I saw an Animal Crossing villager amiibo for like $5 at this convention I was at. I should have gotten it. They had like all of them for like $5. It was really good, especially considering I saw it again at somewhere else and it was like 10. Do just that. Cool. All right. Just a bit better, and that's how I like it. Yeah. So yeah, there we have it. That's my island. Hope you enjoyed. Let's see. Just sit back here. No need. You know when to ask. Do I? Okay, I can't. Okay, I'll sit over here. Can I not do that? No. I cannot sit in the roost. I didn't know. Well, screw you. I'm gonna emote. And sit. Yeah. Oh, just you wait until I find out which button it is, buddy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can't stop me. Alright, let's find somewhere else. No freaking worries, then. Let's find somewhere else. Anyway. I can't just chill at the roost. That's not a... Nintendo said no. Dang. Alright. But yeah, I guess let's start getting into the talking. Let's start talking. Get into the podcast bit of this sort of video, I guess. Where should I sit? That's the question. Oh, you know what? There's a nice bridge here. Okay. Yeah, this will work. Alright. Alright. Hey guys, how you doing? Alright. So at this point, in terms of like editing and stuff, I have... So things have... We've gotten a lot of progress, obviously. It is August 18th, as you can see from the bottom left. I did not need to look and see what day it was. I don't know. I definitely knew. I knew. We have about like 3 weeks until my mission kind of starts, because I start like a online thing for a bit, and so I feel like maybe I could get like a couple videos out while I'm on there, but I feel like maybe I shouldn't. It looks like it's going to be like quite a bit of work, the online missionary training stuff. So there's that. But as of right now, I think I have about 12 videos that are currently on YouTube scheduled out. Everything's good with them. I have 24 videos, not completely edited, but edited. I like to do a second pass of them and then put it onto YouTube and put the thumbnails and everything, all that. And then I'm trying right now to aim for 36 videos. I think it's doable. I want somewhere between 30 and 36, so I can do like a video every roughly 20 days. That's what I'm thinking. It was originally 2 a month, but I'm thinking every 20 days is actually kind of nice as well. Because the thing is, if I do every 20 days, what that actually does for me is like sometimes if you do every 2 a month, right? There's sometimes like 3 weeks gaps, because sometimes if I put it like on like the second week or like the third week of the month and one on the first, which is what I was thinking about doing, then what ends up happening is that sometimes there's just a long wait period because of how months are and how they're not freaking even or whatever. I'm pretty sure there's like a thing where like if we actually just change how the clock works or something, we could actually just make it... We could make it so that there's like an even amount of hours a day or whatever, and all the... And we don't have to worry about daylight savings time, we don't have to worry about, like, anything to get us back on track, like leap year, all that. I don't know what it is, but we could absolutely do that, you know? But obviously, like, this system is the one that we have. It's the one that we've been doing. And unfortunately, it takes a lot to get people to decide, yeah, let's fraud the old system and make one that is perfect. That is perfectly in the amount of time. It's not like 24 point... It's not like... Because, like, there's, like, 24.001 hours in a day or something, right? It's slightly off, I think. Something like that. And then there's also... It's not 365 days for the Earth to revolve around the Sun. It's actually, like, a little bit more than that. If we just made that all just line up, like, we could certainly make it so, like, there's 25 hours in each hour's the exact amount of minutes. Or maybe we just make it so that each hour is, like 50 minutes or something, and we space in that. There's got to be, like, a scientific way to, like, make that perfect, right? Anyway, that's not really what we're trying to talk about here. I want to talk about my channel more, right? Anyway, my bad. I got a little off topic. I'm just saying. I feel like we could do that. But anyways, back on freaking topic. So yeah, I'm aiming for about 30 to 36. If I get 30 videos, all out, everything, then I think I'm gonna have to work with about one video every 22 days. I think that's what the calculator was, that's what I did when my calculations, that's what it ended up being. If I do 36, it's one video every 20. So it doesn't make that much of a difference. Obviously, the higher up the number is, the less of a difference it makes, I think. Right? Because if I have one video, that's like one every 365 days. If it goes 2, then it decreases like all the way to 160 something, 180. Right? So it's exponentially, the change that happens gets smaller and smaller. I do want it to be at least 30 though, because I don't want one a month, right? I want a little bit more than that. I don't know, I feel like you're getting a little more than that. And I think it's definitely possible. Okay. Wow. I can't freaking just sit here. Jeez. No. I think it's definitely possible is what I'm saying. At least to get 30. Hopefully to get 36. I don't know. On terms... And by the way, that 24 hours I was saying earlier of edited footage, that is including the 12 or whatever it is that I already have put up on YouTube. Except for there is one that I have fully edited and everything that I just haven't put up onto YouTube yet. There was a reason at the beginning for why I didn't do that. Oh, it was because I was thinking about... because originally I was thinking, like, I can maybe make some videos leading up to that. So maybe I want that to be a little earlier. I'm gonna have to reschedule where everything is anyway, though. So I might as well put it up now, is what I'm thinking. I guess I'll do that, now that I've thought that through. But yeah. Anyway. There was a point to that. There was something else I was going to say. Oh, yeah. Okay. And then I have, I think, currently about 5 hours of unedited footage for Stardew. And then I have a Skylanders video I tried to make. And I'm not really sure how I feel about it, because I don't feel like I really had a good time with it. Because it was like a sort of video where I was like, oh man, remember Skylanders? Dude, I used to play this as a kid or whatever. And then I started playing it and I was like, man, this ain't what it used to be. It ain't the same, man. I was blinded as a kid. I didn't know what good media was. It was especially annoying. I had to switch out the guys every so often, the Skylanders onto Portal, and I was like, come on, man. Come on. I didn't really care for the story or anything like that. The gameplay is pretty easy, so it's kind of like, eh. But I mean, I might as well, is also the thing, right? I might as well put it out. I don't know. We'll think on it. We'll think on it for sure. But anyway, as I was saying, I have 5 hours of unedited Stardew content. Maybe 6. 6 might be more correct. It might be 5.5, 5.5. But that would equate to about like 2 episodes. Maybe 2.5 episodes, I guess. Because every 2 hours in Stardew is a new video. So there's that too. So that's kind of where we're at, right? And then I actually have started making a list of all the games I want to record so that I can get those done real quick. And what it is I want to record a lot more of Stardew. I'm not sure if that's... I put 8 hours on this card, but I think it might be 6 because I might have forgotten to take into account the 2 hours I already had. So I'm not sure. Then I also want to make another Civ 6 video. I'm sure you guys have already seen the 2 I've posted already, but I decided to quit that save with Brazil and to start learning it on my own time. And I'm about to do a science victory as Japan on a personal playthrough. Then once I do that, I want to record a new game where we're at the point where I know everything, right? Where I know enough to actually play the game well. I guess I could just start that now, but I kind of want to have that sort of like victory behind me saying like, I know how to play this, I know how to win this, we got this, whatever. I don't know though. Then I also want to record some Mario Kart World, because that's a new game and I haven't really recorded any of it yet. Been having fun with it, but yeah. The problem with recording games on a Switch 2 is I don't think that they will let me use obviously my third-party dock that I have currently to record these on the Switch. That's obviously just for Switch, right? But I don't think I could even get like a third-party one for Switch 2, because I think they're so freaking stingy about that now. You can't use any third-party software, or you're gonna brick your console. And like, I am so scared of bricking the Switch 2 at this point. Like, they seem to want to brick it for anything. You can't buy used games, you can't buy third-party stuff. Just, oh my gosh. Nintendo L. And then also the last thing I wanted to record was either web fishing or Animal Crossing, which is this. I want to make more of these videos. I want to make 2 of them. One for the halfway point, and one for the end when I come back. So yeah, at this point you're in the halfway point, I guess. Probably. Or I've scheduled this out wrong. So you guys have probably seen a lot of my Deltarune content. I think that should be completely out by the time this goes up. And hopefully you enjoyed that. I mean, I think in stores in time might be done, might not sure. So, there's that. That's where all of that's at. Cool. In any case, that's enough talking about logistics and stuff. Man. Mission is looking closer and closer every day. Like, dude, it is... Ooh, big bug. It's crazy how close it is. I don't think I have this. No, I don't. Do I have any... All done. No, I don't have any donations. Cool. Anyway. I lost my train of thought, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, my mission just keeps coming closer, dude. Like, yeah, it just comes more and more real with every passing day. Like, I don't know. Like a couple months ago, you asked me if I'm nervous, I'd be like, oh, a little. Yeah, definitely, I'm quite nervous, and I'm just, you know, I'll be sitting in my room, and I'll be like, man, this is gonna be the last time. This may be one of the last times I'm gonna be able to play this game, or I'll be able to watch YouTube videos while just lying on my floor. It's comfortable, okay? Oh, I dropped my ring. I like to fidget with my ring. I have a ring. It's just like a rubber ring. I like to fidget with it while I'm talking or just doing stuff. Probably an ADHD or anxiety thing. One of the two. Take your pick. Anyway. Hi Fauna. You're my favorite villager. Anyway. Yeah. That's kind of where we're at with everything. Mission's getting closer, getting nervous, that's for sure. More and more nervous. We're definitely hitting crunch time with getting these videos out, though. I've recorded about 3.5 hours worth of content today, plus this. That's going to be about 4.5. And I've been aiming for about 4 to 5 hours of editing every day, which equates to, depends on what stage of editing I'm in, but if I'm looking to like finalize a video, right, I can get about 2.5 done in 5 hours. 2 if I just go for 4. And then if I'm editing, it's been a while since I just did regular editing. I've been trying to, I'm a bit behind. I have all this edited content, but I don't have enough recorded at this point. And that's kind of where we're at. So that's kind of why I'm doing this video now. Yeah. It's probably going to be like a big like whiplash for some of you guys, because like the instars and time stuff is like recorded in January, then the Deltarune stuff is in right when that game came out, right? And then this is like in August. It's going to be kind of all over the place, isn't it? I think it's not too much. It's just the instars and time stuff. But yeah. Anyway, that was most of what I wanted to talk about. But I think here we'll think. I'll think a little bit. Let me see if I can think of anything off the top of my head that I would like to talk about. Let me see. You know, trying to think of a topic is a lot harder than just having it come naturally to you. Anyway, the thing I was trying to go into here is I thought about this, and I thought like maybe if I don't have enough to say right now, like maybe I'll just open up like a little questions sort of thing and go through them. I forget what I was, like deep questions or like philosophical questions. That's what I was looking at. Because those are interesting, right? Those are interesting questions to sort of get to know someone or whatever. To ask your friends. I don't know if there was one I was looking at, but I don't. Yes, this is it. I guess we're here. I guess we're doing this now. To get to know your friends on a deeper level. Not that one. Okay. About life. These are some deep questions, man. I don't know if this is what I want, where I want to go with this, but let's go for it a little bit. What does it mean to live a good life? To be happy. Next question. I mean, that's the truth of it, though. If you want more, I can give more of a religious answer. And that is... I guess more, it is just to be happy, regardless, you know? Because at the end of the day, the whole point of sort of my church is for eternal happiness. Happiness forever. Yay. Why do you think we're here? A lot of these can be answered with religion. Believe it or not, is there a meaning for life? I believe it. I don't want to make this too religious of a video. Because that's just not the vibe I go for. If I wanted to make religious content, I'd make a separate channel for that, alright? But I believe it's a test. Sort of from God. That's sort of the idea. That's like that's me kind of shortening it a little, simplifying maybe a little. But at the end of the day, that's kind of more or less what it is. Life is so short. Why do we do so many things we don't like and like so many things we don't do? Oh, that's a deep question. That's a deep question. Why do we do so many things we don't like and like so many things we don't do? Well, I think, like, if you have a job and you hate that job, a lot of times you do that for better quality of life either for you or for people around you, right? There's a bug flying around me in the freaking game. So that's fun. Like so many things we don't do, it's just, I think all of this comes down to time, really. You're always trying to make the most of it. It's the hardest freaking thing in life, is to make the most of the time that you have. But there's just so much. There's so much you have to do. Now they have to balance with what you need to do. That's all it is. Hardship make a person stronger. Yeah. If so, under what conditions, at what point is it too much hardship? You die. No, I mean, a lot of hardship can turn you into a better person in many other ways. I mean, for one thing, building muscles is literally breaking them down so that they heal and grow back stronger. That's a lot of, like, building yourself up with muscles and stuff. Not that I really would know anything about that. I am not fit at all. I am very skinny, and I do not have a lot of meat on me. That's a weird way of saying it, but oh well. But also, like, yeah, you could argue that, like, oh, you lose a leg, like, you're not coming back from that stronger. But at the same time, you get a different perspective. You become changed mentally from that as well. Like, you have to rely on people more then, and all that. And I feel like a lot of times, most times, hardship does make you a little more resilient, or maybe make you think about things in a way you hadn't before, or give you new perspectives, whatever, you know? I think life is fair. Why or why not? I mean, it's a weird question. I don't know. I'm thinking. I'm sorry. I'd say largely, it's all right. You know. I'd say most people get a decent quality of life. I know some people don't. You know. And that does suck, but I think kind of something we should all aim for is to increase the quality of life for everyone, so that we all have a better life, and a more fair one at that. Because there's definitely people who live in places like the Middle East that are constantly under turmoil or whatever, but I don't know, I think even in some of the worst situations, you can still find a lot of joy, find happiness. And, like, there are definitely terrible, terrible things people can go through. There's also, like, you know, you think, like, people in less developed countries, they'll be, like, all miserable all the time. But from what I've heard, because a lot of people, you know, in my church, it's common for people to go on missions and stuff. So I hear a lot of people coming back from these areas of these, like, third world countries that are more impoverished or whatever, and they're like, the people are so nice, people are so friendly, they're happy, they just love it. And it's like, well, that's crazy, man. Like it doesn't matter that they don't have as much. Like, obviously it'd be nice for them to get up to the quality of living that we all have in, like, Americas or Europe, I guess North America and Europe more specifically. But, like, they're happy. They're finding happiness where they can, man. And I think that's cool. I will do one more question, and I think we will maybe move on to either other questions, or I don't know. I don't know where I want to go with this. Is this interesting? Maybe. There's a reason for everything that happens in your life. Everything? We're taking it literally. Everything's a bit far. Like, I don't know. If I pick up this piece of paper and put it down, does that matter? I guess that's not really what it's asking, though. The reason for everything that happens to you in your life. I don't know if I completely understand this question. I'll be honest. That's just the reason why everything happens the way it does. I guess so. I mean, again, I believe in a God, so I kind of have more, more spiritual beliefs, right? Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I think there's a reason for, there's a reason for quite a lot. The role of free will in life. I don't want to answer that. Most meaningful accomplishment of your life so far. I guess I've already talked about this. Yeah, I talked about this already. Yeah, I talked about this in the last video. I got an associate's degree while in high school. Probably the best I've done. I mean, it was a lot of work, so that's why I'm saying that. Saves a lot of money, too. Do all living creatures have an equal value? Jeez, okay. That one's deep. That one's just kind of a hard one to answer. I think in different ways. I think in some ways yes, in some ways no. I think at the end of the day, like, animals that we cultivate and eat for food, right, or whatever, I think it's totally fair for us to do that. I think we have a higher level of thinking and all that, and so I think it's okay. I'm okay with that, is what I'm saying. But also, you know, like, they're not as smart as us, but I'm like, a life's a life. I think preserving animals and plants and all that is important to that degree. Also, just for ecosystem and all that. I guess that's another thing. Like, in the sense of, like, the ecosystem, like, everything has equal value in that sense. Because a lot of, you never know what sort of species or whatever that you take away would absolutely devastate or change that ecosystem. Like, in that sense, everything that exists has a purpose and has meaningful interactions with each other, or whatever. And it doesn't matter how smart they are. So in that sense, they all do. But in the sense of, like, if I have to choose between saving a human life and a pig, I think I'm choosing the human, you know? I don't know. I don't know if that's really that deep of a question. Here, let me skip around. You know, this article I'm looking at, it has like a bunch of different sections. Philosophical questions about happiness. I'm good. About love. Friendship. Relationships. About myself. See, the thing is with this website, this is also supposed to be like for you to ask friends and stuff. So like these questions are like, what kind of person do you think I am? So please answer that one in the chat for me. In the comments. I've just started saying chat recently, and I'm not gonna stop, okay? I think it's really funny. I think it's a little funny. Okay? There's this... Okay, here's a little story. There's like this, there's this church event, right? It's like a week-long thing. I guess you could call it like a camp, but it was kind of more of a... It was not really like that, so... Because it was at like a college campus, so they had like gotten the rights to like do that event there for like the week, and they had like a bunch of spiritual events or whatever, right? And there's this one kid in my group that would always say, like, chat, what is this? Chat, who does this person think they are? And they would say all the flipping time. They would never their name. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe that was an interesting story. I just felt like sharing. Let's see. About the future. Ooh, sure, we'll go with that for a bit. I don't know. I could talk about, like, just talk about, like, off the dome, whatever, right? Jeez, okay, I'm sick and tired of you turning off. Let's go with that. That probably will work. It shouldn't have been an hour, though. I don't know what happened. Anyway, as I was saying, I could just go off the dome and try and talk about whatever, like I did last video. But, I mean, I don't know. I feel like this is interesting, too. You'll have to let me know. Do you believe in fate, or do you think we create our own futures? So, well, I think we do have, like, free will, right? Here's the thing, though. It's kind of... Like, we believe in... My church, we believe in a God that knows us so well that he already knows kind of the choices we're gonna make. So it's like, yes, we have free will, but if he knows already every choice we're gonna make, do we really? That's kind of the question I'm asking. But I mean, yes, I guess. Free will is still free will, even if someone is able to predict what you're able to do, right? Like, if I was able to decide heads or tails, if I was able to flip a coin and the friend is able to predict what side it's going to land on, like, at the end of the day, just because he got it right, that doesn't mean that it's fate and that everything is predetermined and that he knows everything. Maybe he just knew that one thing, right? So I guess it's the same way. So yeah, I believe in free will. And actually, a big part of my church is that everyone has free will and, you know, has the choice to choose. Because it's not like God just decided to say, everyone follow me, everyone do exactly as I say, and beam it into all of your heads, all of his directions, right? He let us choose. So we do have free choice. Anyway, again, not trying to go too much into religion, but you know, hopefully you find it interesting or whatever, right? What's your day spent thinking about the future? I don't know, man. Like, I feel like I don't think about it, like, all the time, right? I mean, I feel like I live in the now quite a bit, actually. I'm more just focused on what I'm gonna do that one day. And a lot of times I put off things that are too far in the future. I'll have, like, a day. Like, I'll go for a while, and then I'll have, like, one day where I, like, sit down and focus on all of the, like, a lot of the future things or whatever that I need to get done. And, you know, it'll just be like a couple little small things. Like recently it's for like college, right? I have like a couple little things to do here and there for that. I do still have something to do for one of my college picks, but I've already gone and accepted to my #1 school. And so it's like, do I bother with the other schools? And I'm kind of like debating about it. I decided yes, but then they want me to go to this one event thing, and I'm like, can I not just do that when I get back? Like, I'll do that now. Anyway, short answer is not a lot. I live in the now quite a bit. If you can see in the future, would you want to? Nah, leave a surprise. I want surprise me. Honestly, just seeing it in the future, I mean, I don't know. I guess that's a bit of open-ended, isn't it? Like, just seeing the future in general. Like, if you just see, like, a glimpse of the future or whatever, right? Like, that's gonna be, like, that's gonna freak you out, right? But if maybe it's, like, a power you have where you can always see a little bit in the future or whatever, I still think, nah. Like, at the end of the day... Right, and part of this is because I'm a spiritual guy, and I think, like, I believe in a God and all that, so it's okay. I'm okay with whenever I die is my time or whatever, right? I'm okay. I think I've lived a good life, even to this point where I'm pretty young, right? There have been a lot of I would have wanted to still do, but like, hey, at the end of the day, like, gotta go. I'm not gonna be going up to God and be like, no, give me more time. Well, like, it'll be all right, is what I kind of think. Life will go on without me, and that'll be okay. I just hope that if I do end up dying some like premature death or something, that someone tells all of my online friends and like you guys that I'm dead, because I feel like that's awful. Also, that clearly didn't work, me changing that setting. So, oh well. I guess this third party thing just doesn't work. I guess I'm just gonna periodically push the left button. Anyway. I lost my train of thought again. I'm sorry, guys. What is it? It was, you see in the future what you want to. Right, and I was talking about... No, I said no, and then also that... I'm just happy whenever I die. Yeah. I mean, I'll be fine. Life will go on. And people will move on. Things will move on. Everything moves on. You know? It's all good. It's all good. So I guess I'm at peace, is what I'm saying. Whenever it's my time is good for me. One thing you hope to achieve in the future: 1 million subscribers. Nah. That'd be nice, but you know, that's not really, actually. Like I talked about this last time, like I think I talked about it last time. YouTube's not my dream job. I want to be a game developer. So I guess just what I would want is to make a small indie game that people like, that people really enjoyed. Maybe not like crazy level fame, but like maybe like you know, Blue Fire is a game I like. Maybe like to that degree. Although I didn't like it that much. I think like maybe like I feel like Stardew and Hollow Knight and all those are like way too big, so I feel like I can't say one of those. Cause like that would be really cool, actually. If I could achieve that, I think that would probably be the best. Actually, that'd be my best case scenario. Something of that popularity, and I guess I am. It's a hope, right? So I can go as far as I want. That's probably as far as I'd want. Have a good indie game that people really enjoyed. And, yeah. Keep making those. And keep having people that enjoy them and whatever. Maybe people like my work. Maybe people like actually follow me as a developer or whatever. Maybe not. Right? Maybe just my work lives on and I don't. Oh well. Imagine a world 50 years from now. I don't know. I don't really care. I feel like it's kind of pointless. Like, at the end of the day, every time someone's tried to imagine a world fit in the future, like 50, 100 years, they're always wrong. I guess it's interesting to see, like, oh, what they think will be the new thing. Like, I don't know. AI is either going to be taken over or it's not. We'll know by 15 years from now whether or not AI was actually all that it's cracked up to be. It probably was. Probably. At least to some degree. Or it's just going to stall. And people are going to start realizing that it's not that big. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's possible that it could have been overhyped and that eventually it's going to be to the point where it's like, okay, it's just going to take over some jobs that are like boring, autonomous jobs, right? And whatever, right? But I don't know. At the same time, like, I think people like talking to real people. For customer service, for like retail, whatever. Yeah. Technology will save or doom us in the future. Eh. I think technology has always been a double-edged sword. YouTube's great and all, but also you can spend way too much time on it. You can get sucked in, you can find yourself on a side of the internet you really don't want to be in. It's always going to be that, I think. I think it's always going to be a bit of a double-edged sword. There's a positive and negative to everything, is what I know. Like, even like, if I had to put like solar panels, right? You think, good thing. Always good. I mean, but there's some cons to it, right? I don't remember what those are on the top of my head. But I do know wind turbines, right? Oh, there is one, I guess. That's not really... whatever. Let's go back to the wind turbine thing. Wind turbines, the way those generate power, you know, they blow... The wind blows, generates electricity. Those kill birds. That's a downside. That's a negative of that technology. And yes, it is good. I think there should be more wind turbines, but they do kill birds. The birds don't see them, they fly into them, and they're pretty dead. It also has a downside of being not very efficient, because the wind has to blow for it to generate electricity. And also they don't have batteries to store the power that it generates, so it's just kind of, if nothing happens with it, then it's just kind of done. Right, you can't store it, is what I'm trying to say. Alright. There's a lot of questions. Where are we at with time? That was about 25 minutes of questions, huh? Here, let's go for a couple interesting ones. Here, let me look at a different site, actually. Let's go to a different site. Philosophy questions. University of Hong Kong. I saw this one too. This one is more, I think, controversial was what's happening. Yeah, because one of these questions is, what is wrong with incest? Which, I mean, it's just a social taboo, right? That's largely what it is. And it, I mean, obviously, also makes really messed up children. But other than that, social taboo. Okay, then there's some stupid ones on here too. This sentence is false. Is it true or false? It's both. Stop. You don't need to have it be one or the other. It is a freaking, like it's a, what's the freaking word? Dude, paradox. I was like, paradigm? No, paradox. It's a paradox. It's meant to have no answer. What are we doing here, Hong Kong? I can't. Hong Kong? Are they into Chinese? Are they reintegrated to China now? Or like largely, right? I think they did. It's too bad. Cause like they were a democracy, and now I think they're just kind of more and more growing under the communist influence of China. That's too bad. This is my official stance on communism. The Chinese Communist Party, not good. We will now move on to other questions. Okay, none of these other. Okay, none of those other sites really interest me. Can computers be creative? No. It's just rehashing what other people make. It's just remixes. Computers can only make remixes. That's all they've been able to do so far. Or I guess AI is what I'm thinking about anyways. Computers in general though, I feel like a computer on its own, not AI, right? It cannot be creative without human input. And then AI, it also cannot be creative without human input. It needs freaking lots and lots of data to go off of. So it's so much, like, doesn't it cost like a freaking ton to make those AIs and have them just run? It's crazy. Anyway. We'll just pick a couple good ones from here. You have a toothache. When you have a toothache, is it a pain in your mouth or in your brain? Mouth. It's both. The answer is both. Your brain knows is the thing that recognizes the pain, but your mouth is where it feels it. That's where your brain is getting the signal that it feels the pain. So that's where you feel the pain, so that you know where the pain is. Right? I don't know. A lot of questions about God here. Okay. Is there progress in art? What's that mean? Can food be art? Sure, I'm willing to accept that. What is friendship and why we need it? We're social creatures. Alright. I think I'm done with these questions. But yeah, we've been going for about an hour now. And yeah, thanks for sticking with that. If you enjoyed, let me know. If not, shut up. I don't care about you. Unsubscribe right freaking now. I'm just kidding. If you didn't care for that, then you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here, so you wouldn't even know. Checkmate. Yeah. Anyway, it's your move on the little board we have up here. Are you gonna take a turn? Like, I've been waiting for you to do that like this whole time. Like, what the heck? Pick a card, any card. Anyway. Yeah. My voice is starting to go a little. It's not going, I guess. That's not the right term. Oh, leaf bug. Bop. Bop. I was like, why is that leaf just... Why did I leave an item just around? I did not. It's a leaf bug. Anyway, it's not... My voice isn't going, but I can feel it being a little strained. Or I guess it's just... I think I just need a drink. If I had gotten a drink, that would have been smart. I am not smart, though. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-bow. I have some animals I think I want to send to Blabbers. Yeah. Donation? Cool. I do have a couple. Yeah. I guess we could also do a small tour of the museum. Yeah, sure, might as well. Fossils exhibit is completely finished, so you can tell what I kind of end up doing. My daily routine is dig up the fossils. That's part of it. That's a big part of it. Is you dig up the fossils, and then you take them to Blabbers. If you have them already, you sell them. That's a big money maker for me, I guess. And I just don't like having the little holes there or whatever. I guess I don't know. It's just something I started doing, and it was easy enough. Fishing and catching the bugs was always a bit less of a priority. It was more just like if I saw it. Fishing, like, not at all. You know, I don't actually want to go to the other exhibits. I'll just go through this one. We'll just go to the fossil one. I'm not going to show you guys the fish or the insects. There's not going to be anything there, is the thing. Yeah. Wow, it's me. Yay. Anyway. All that being said, thanks for watching. And, yeah, hope you guys have been enjoying all these videos I've been putting out. I really wanted to try and entertain you guys while I was away. And that's the whole point of it, you know? Entertain, to have some fun before I leave as well, and get to do this stuff one more time before I leave for 2 years. And, yeah. Dude, it's gonna be great. I mean, my mission's gonna be good. I know that's gonna be good. I'm quite excited for it. I know that probably sounds weird to some of you. Like, you're excited to go leave your home and go talk about your church for 2 years? But I am. I like Spain's a great place. I already talked about that, yeah? Yeah, I talked about going to Spain. And yeah, Spain's a great place. I'm sure I'm going to love that country, for one. And then for another thing, I like the gospel. I like the church, my church. And I'd like other people to know about it. And I'm sure I'm going to see great, awesome, cool things there. Of all sorts. Both, just generally, Spanish stuff. I'm sure there's going to be great scenery or whatever right there. Gonna be some great views I'll see or whatever. But also there's going to be great people. I'm a little nervous about the food. But that's just because I'm kind of been a picky eater, unfortunately. So there's that. So I'm a little nervous for that, but I think I'll figure it out. Besides, I get to cook most of my own meals. I should be able to, anyway. It depends. Sometimes missionaries go to members' houses and they feed them. So, and also I'm going to be having a companion, right? And so they're also going to have about as much say as I do in what we eat. You know? So that'll be something, won't it? Hey, Celeste. Hi. I always wanted to chill over here. I guess the reason I never see you is because you're always over here on this island. And I just never really... Here, can I, How do I assign? I want to assign. Yeah, let me assign... There we go. Cool. Didn't have that one assigned. I guess you're always up here, huh? I just don't go to this area usually at night. Maybe that's why I don't see you often. Didn't think about that. But anyway, yeah. As I was saying. I don't remember what I was saying. I'm sorry. I'm very forgetful. Probably my ADHD, which I think I have. Again, never diagnosed. I should probably go and see if I can get diagnosed before I leave on my mission. I feel like that'd just be a good thing generally to know. You know? For sure. Just be nice to know for sure. I don't know. Like, at the end of the day, I'm probably not going to take anything for it. I don't think I really need to. And, you know, it might help, but at the end of the day, I think on my mission, like, it's not going to make too much of a difference, right? I feel like that's not an area where I need to have, like, a ton of focus, really. Like, obviously, I need to be talking to people about, like the gospel and stuff, and also paying attention to what other people are saying and all that, but also, like, that's just conversation skills. I can hold a conversation. I might, like, lose them once or twice here and there, but, you know, I think I can handle it. Anyway. But yeah. Thanks for watching. I leave in about a month now. It's coming up, like I said. And, yeah, both very excited and both very nervous. And, both of those kind of grow every day. Not really, I guess. But definitely what has been growing is it's just becoming more and more real, right? That's been happening more and more. Anyway, my voice is going. So I think I will end this video off here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully those questions were interesting. Hopefully just me talking was interesting. Maybe seeing my island was interesting. I don't know. Maybe you know, I kind of want to end it off on one more question. Deep philosophical questions. Ooh, that's a good one, actually. Yeah, AI over you. Is there an objective reality? I don't know if I can answer that. But I was gonna, it made me think. There was a video I saw, I think it was from Kirk's Gazette. Might have been them. Might not have. Might have been from, like, Infographics show or something. I feel like I haven't seen their stuff in a while, though, so it might not have been them. Celeste, you perfectly entered a pavilion. That's cool. Anyway. And it was basically saying how what you actually see isn't the world as it is perfectly, right? And there's actually, like, because there's delays, even like milliseconds of delays between your eyes and your brain. Your brain is just making up what it thinks is happening in that exact moment. Like, it makes up so much of it. Like, first off, it's actually, like, predicting what's going to happen, like, a couple milliseconds ahead because of that delay to make up for it, right? Then another thing is it's also, you know, like, if you have your nose is, like, always visible to your eyes, you know, your brain just filters it out. So your brain gets rid of information that doesn't need, right? But also, your brain only is looking at, like, 4 or something, like a couple spots at any given time. Like, your eyes are making rapid movements in all those different areas. And that's what your brain takes in. And everything else, it just kind of guesses. That's why sometimes out of the corner of your eye, maybe, or whatever, you'll think you'll see something, but then you'll look over and it's just, like, completely different. I've had that happen a couple times, or whatever. Like, I think I see something, like, weird at first, but then I look at it closer and I'm like, oh, that's not what that says, or oh, that's not actually there, or oh, that's just like a spot, that black little spot in the corner of my vision was not a person. It was like a black shadow. That's what I was looking for. It was not a person. That's just my fan in the corner. Like, things like that. Anyway, that's what that made me think of. I don't know. I guess that should be where we end. I kind of want to do more, but also my freaking voice is going. what's this? Did I look at this one before? This is this Hong Kong one again. Okay. Protection. I don't know what that is. That one feels a little political. Ooh, okay. If we live in computer simulation, does it make a difference to the meaning of life? No. If we live in computer simulation, it doesn't matter. Not significantly. Because at the end of the day, our purpose, the meaning of life, is to find happiness. That's what I believe. Is to be happy and find it wherever you can. And I know that's hard for some people for varieties of reasons. A variety of reasons. Jeez. But that doesn't change if we are a computer. We're on a computer, right? It doesn't change anything. We still should be seeking for that happiness, for whatever makes us feel fulfilled and all that in our life. So, yeah. I don't think so. Not significantly. And, like, that might pose some, like, challenges to, like, my view of, like, death and, like, what comes next, right? But in terms of, like, how I live my life, I don't think much is changing in that sense. But in any case, that's going to be it for this video. I thank you guys for watching. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. Yeah, that's where we'll end it. Thank you guys so much. Once again, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.